Hello everybody. Then this video is to do a little demo of one feature of the ASB Root View 2.0.0 application. A feature that permit to show the deployment of an event in time in some of the detector that people are studying. Then here I just brought the packing for the Mac, which is now on GitHub. Then I unzip. I go here and I open the mac.app with open. Then what you have now in this application, you have this new top item, which is setups, that permit to choose to easily configure the application in order to be ready for the various detector. Here, an important directory, as it is explained in the doc, is going to be your document ASB root view directory. Then right now you have nothing in it. But if I click on that, then I see that I have the setup for the NERD. And now I have 3 files in my document directory. The startup.insh, the event.insh, and the anim.insh. These files have the syntax of a Bourne shell script. That if you look at that, you can recognize the command is with the hash, and okay, you have commands here. And this file describes things to set up, to do the camera setup, open a geometry file for the NERD, to load the floor and an avatar. This is executed by some little Bourne shell-like interpreter that come with the application. It is called the INSH, the inlib shell, which is absolutely totally similar to a Bourne shell script, to a Bourne shell. But I don't want to pass too much time on the internal of INSH for the moment. I'm going to concentrate on the animation. Then when I'm here, okay, I can play, passing in perspective, to give some shapes to the lady, and can have a next event. And the event here is taken from some file coming with the distribution, which have event ready for the NERD. I'm going to prepare a little bit here. Going to center. In red, I have the MC tracks. In green, the WC detector point. And now, if I go here, I have these panels that appear, and to tune and start the animation. Then the important things are these 3 first items. The 2 first one gives a range in time of what is found in MC track and WC detector points, which go here from 0 to 445 nanoseconds. And the third item here is to give the time that you want in elapsed time for the animation. Then here it's going to be 10 seconds. Then if I click here, I see that boom, I have a first burst of things that happen. Very quickly, nothing happen, and after a while, I have another burst of hits that appears in the detector. Then it appears that this event a muon decay, and the muon decay, here you see a muon decay then happening in this kind of detector, which is probably for me the first time that I see a muon decay at all happening in some detector. And I think it's really interesting because it gives really a strong feeling of what happened. than the traditional static event display. But okay, if we want to see a nice deployment of the rings, we have to then to look, for example, to concentrate only to the first burst that more or less appears in the first 40 or 50 nanoseconds. We are going to do that in 20 seconds. And we see first in red the MC tracks that deploy. Then we feel the photons that start to go on, and oops, we see nicely the rings that deploys. If you want to stop the animation, you click on clear event. If you want to see it more slowly, you give more time here. I love that. Then, if you want to see only, then if you want to see the end, you have to remember that the end was this. You have to start a little bit early. You have to shorten a little bit to have not a too long video. We're going to see the MC track, the second part of the MC track that appear after the muon decay. And oops, things deploy in on the side of the cylinder. If we can concentrate on seeing the deployment of the MC track if you want. Some are very nice because some are very curly. This one is not so much curly, but some are very curly and really nice to see see it happen. No, because we may have the impression that everything goes in straight line, but it's not so true, in fact, when you see that. Okay. I want to show you something which is a little bit annoying. Okay, then let us go on this event. Yes. Then if we go in the NSH anim, you see that the max time is very long. In fact, it's more or less 20 minutes. Then it appears here that in the simulation has been produced some very light particle. I look at that, it is some are proton, some are electron. The problem is that this is annoying because it's complicated the tuning of an animation. Then if I click OK here, everything is going to be happen very fast. Okay, because all happen more or less in I think it's in 5 microseconds. Okay. And if you want to for example, to see the second burst, it's not so easy to find where it happens. Okay, I think that here it's happened for this one to between 3 and I think it is between 3 and 3 and 7 microseconds. Okay. Well, it is possible to find this burst by using some plotting tools that I have now coming with the application, and we can be helped here by plotting the timing here of the WC detector point. But well, this is a little bit annoying. I wanted to show that because it is not so clear if this is wanted in this simulation or well, this is perhaps something to be discussed here. I have perhaps to introduce some option to be able to get rid of this late particle. Okay, then if I come here, I can show you a little bit of the FGD. Then I change the setup. I'm going to take this one. Then we see the FGD here that appears. And let us look at the okay, then I can show you various events. What Georgi gave me, but we are going to concentrate on the first one because we have more or less everything. We have something in the FGD, something in the MC track in the ERD, and the WC that happens here. The WC points. How to show that? Okay, we're going to perhaps to center here. Then going to the INSHNIM, and you see that we have this problem of the light particle, but if we limit to the first burst, then first in deploy in the FGD, a little bit in the ERD in red. FGD MC are in sky blue, and we see behind the ring that appears. Can put some perspective, and we can also show we raise a little bit here that the system permits to move around while it's is deploying in time. You can move around with the camera and receive all the hits in the face here. Okay, we have okay, I think that we have finished the first burst. There is no, okay, a little bit more hit that appear a little bit lately. Okay, there is a nice event which is interesting to look in time. I think it's this one. Yes. Then center. We can do some pitch here. If then INSHNIM, we're going to limit to, it was how much? 400, I think. 20 seconds. And we see that here it's deployed, you have a first deployment, and very lately you're going to have another one, but which is going to happen very fast. Bing. Well, I don't try to look at what happened here, but it's perhaps a muon decay. I don't know. I don't know what happened here, but well, I think it's interesting to see this and try to really understand. It's interesting to see the cinematic here, the kinematic and all that. Well, to be honest, I in 30 years that I am in the business, I never seen that. Okay, really, to have the occasion to see things happening in time in our detector. Then obviously this could be used for probably for the outreach, but there's probably some physics here. I think it could help to understand things at the level of the physics. Okay, I think that I have to stop here the demo because after it's going to be too long and I am going to have a too big file. Then I stop here. All this is described now in the web pages. It's available in the web pages. Then I quit and I say goodbye, and that's all for this video.